Gentlemen, let me start with something that may shock you. If you're over 60 and your erections have faded, it is not because you're too old. It is not because your body is finished, and it is not because you've lost your manhood. The real reason is hidden inside your nervous system. A single nerve, what I call the hidden erection nerve, decides in an instant whether blood surges into your penis like it did in your younger years, or whether it shuts down completely. And the truth is, most men have never even heard of it. My name is Dr. Mohit Kara. I am a board-certified urologist with over 3 decades dedicated to helping men just like you regain their confidence, their intimacy, and their vitality. I've walked this journey with thousands of patients, many who came to me believing their best years were over, and I've seen them return to strength with the right approach. Here's what makes this so surprising. The harder you push, the worse your body resists. The more you stress, the weaker your erections become. It feels unfair, doesn't it? But the paradox is that your body doesn't need more effort. It needs a signal of calm. That signal comes from your vagus nerve. And here's my promise to you. In just 60 seconds, with no pills, no injections, and no equipment, you can send that signal tonight. A simple trick to awaken the hidden erection nerve, flip your body into its natural state, and feel the difference where it matters most. In a moment, I will guide you step by step through this technique. But first, you need to understand why this nerve is the missing link, and why mastering it can change your intimate life starting tonight. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another men's health tip designed especially for you. And let me know in the comments, type 1 if you're ready to try this vagus nerve trick tonight, or 0 if you want me to bring you even more solutions. So let's begin with the first and most important truth you need to understand. Many men over 60 believe weak erections are simply the result of aging, but that's not the full story. The real cause is deeper, hidden inside your nervous system, and that changes everything. 1. Why erections fail after 60 is not what you think. For so many men I've treated over the years, the first assumption is always the same. Doctor, I'm just getting old, and that's why my erections don't work anymore. I want to tell you right now, that belief is one of the most damaging lies men over 60 have been led to accept. Aging alone does not shut down your ability to perform. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s enjoy healthy, natural erections once the real problem is addressed. You see, what truly changes with age is not just your testosterone or your circulation. Of course, those matter, but they are not the root cause. The deeper issue is your nervous system. Think of it this way. Your body runs on 2 programs. One is survival mode, what we call fight or flight. That's when your heart races, your muscles tighten, and your blood flow is redirected away from your sexual organs because your body thinks it has to protect you. The other program is rest and arouse, the calm state where your body feels safe, your blood vessels open, and your penis can fill and stay hard naturally. The difference between these 2 modes is like night and day, and the switch that controls them is not in a pill bottle, it's inside your nervous system. The men who sit across from me in my office often carry decades of stress, jobs, bills, family obligations, the weight of responsibility. And over time, their bodies get stuck in survival mode. When that happens, no matter how much they desire intimacy, their erections fade. And here's what breaks my heart. The more they try to force it, the more their nervous system resists. I know this because I've been there myself, and I can tell you, nothing steals a man's confidence faster than that silent struggle. But here's the part no one ever explained to you. Buried within your body is a nerve so powerful it can flip that switch in an instant. It's called the vagus nerve, what I call the hidden erection nerve. And once you understand how to awaken it, everything begins to change. 2. Meet the vagus nerve, your hidden erection nerve. Let me take you a little deeper, because this is the part most men over 60 have never been told. There's a single nerve that runs from your brain all the way down through your chest, your lungs, your stomach, and yes, even to the very core of your pelvis. It's called the vagus nerve. I like to call it your hidden erection nerve because when it's active, it unlocks the exact state your body needs for intimacy. When this nerve signals safety, your heart slows down, your blood vessels relax, your pelvic muscles let go, and blood can finally flow freely where you want it most. But when it's silent or blocked by years of stress and tension, your body stays locked in fight or flight, and in that mode, arousal is almost impossible, no matter how much desire you feel in your mind. I still remember one patient who sat across from me, a man in his mid-60s, frustrated and embarrassed. He had tried pills, pumps, even hormone shots, but nothing seemed to last. When I explained that his problem wasn't just in his testosterone or his circulation, but in this nerve that calms the entire system, his eyes widened. No doctor had ever told him that before. And once he learned how to tap into his vagus nerve, he felt his body change within days. He told me, "Doctor, it feels like I finally found the missing switch." I share this with you because so many men waste years chasing the wrong solution, when the real control lies in this hidden nerve. It is not about forcing your body, it is about teaching your nervous system that it is safe to let go again. And once that happens, erections return with a strength and confidence that most men thought was gone forever. Now the question becomes, how do you actually awaken this hidden erection nerve tonight? The answer is simpler than you think, and it only takes 60 seconds. 3. The 60-second trick that flips the switch. Now that you understand the hidden erection nerve, let me show you the simple way to turn it on. This is not theory. It is something I've taught hundreds of men, and many of them felt the difference the very first time they tried it. It's called the 4-2-8 breathing technique, and it is one of the fastest, most powerful ways to activate your vagus nerve. Here's how it works. Sit up straight but relaxed. Soften your stomach, let your shoulders drop, and breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath gently for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 full seconds. Repeat this 3 times. That's it, less than 1 minute, and your nervous system begins to shift. I know it sounds almost too simple, but I've watched men who walked into my office tense, anxious, and frustrated suddenly feel their body calm within that short exercise. One man in his early 70s told me after trying it, "Doctor, I felt something I haven't felt in years. My chest loosened, my head cleared, and I could feel blood moving differently down below." That's the power of stimulating your vagus nerve through your breath. You are literally telling your body, "It's safe now. You can relax. You can perform." And the beauty is that you don't need a prescription. You don't need a machine. You don't even need me sitting next to you. You can do this right in your own bedroom tonight. I encourage you not just to listen, but to try it. Tonight before bed, or even before intimacy, give yourself those 60 seconds. Breathe slowly, breathe deeply, and notice how your body responds. You might be surprised at how quickly tension melts away and how different things feel when arousal starts to build. But here's the exciting part. Breathwork is only one tool. There's another little-known trick that works through a completely different pathway, and it's so discreet you can do it anywhere, even sitting in your living room. Let me show you this bonus method that takes vagus nerve activation to the next level. 4. A secret bonus. The ear massage technique. If you're like many men I've treated, you may be wondering if there's another way to awaken this hidden erection nerve besides breathing. And the answer is yes, through something so simple it almost feels unbelievable. It's called the ear massage technique. Now, you might be thinking, "Doctor, what does my ear have to do with my erections?" The truth is, branches of your vagus nerve actually run through parts of your ear. By gently stimulating them, you can send a direct signal to your nervous system to calm down, open up blood flow, and prepare your body for intimacy. Here's how you do it. Place your thumb just behind your ear and your index finger just inside the front fold of your ear. Then slowly begin to rotate forward in small circles for about 5 seconds, and then reverse the motion for another 5 seconds. As you do this, take a deep breath in and out. It may not look like much, but inside your body something powerful is happening. You're essentially flipping a switch that tells your nervous system, "Relax, it's safe, you can let go." I'll never forget one man in his late 60s who tried this for the first time in my office. He chuckled at the idea of massaging his ears but agreed to give it a try. Within a minute, I saw his shoulders drop, his face soften, And he told me he felt a warmth spreading through his chest and lower body. He was stunned. He had spent years relying on pills that left him with side effects, and here he was, finding a natural, side effect-free way to prepare his body for intimacy. This technique is discreet, quick, and something you can practice anytime you feel tense or anxious, before intimacy, after a stressful day, even while sitting alone. And when combined with the breathing technique, it becomes even more powerful. But before you get too excited, there's one crucial mistake I see men make after they finally manage to get an erection again. And if you fall into this trap, you could lose everything you've just gained. Let me explain what that mistake is and how to avoid it. 5. The biggest mistake men over 60 make in the bedroom. One of the hardest truths I've had to share with men over the years is this. Sometimes the very moment you've been waiting for, when your body finally responds and you get an erection, can be the moment everything falls apart. I've seen it countless times. A man who has struggled for weeks or months suddenly feels himself getting hard again, and in his excitement, he rushes straight into intercourse. But within minutes, it fades. His confidence collapses, and the cycle of frustration begins all over again. I like to compare it to starting up an old lawnmower that's been sitting in the garage all winter. You finally pull the cord, it sputters to life, and then, if you slam the throttle full speed, it chokes and dies. The same thing happens to your body. If you don't give yourself time to warm up, your nervous system snaps back into fight or flight mode, your blood vessels tighten, and all the progress you made slips away. I remember one patient in his 70s who told me he felt like he was cursed. He could get hard, but he couldn't stay hard. When I asked him about his routine, he admitted he rushed every time. "Doctor, I was so afraid of losing it that I jumped straight in." That fear alone was enough to shut him down. When I coached him to slow down, to breathe deeply for just 60 seconds before intimacy, and to spend more time on foreplay, he was amazed. Not only did his erections last longer, but he actually enjoyed intimacy more because he wasn't chasing performance. He was experiencing connection. So here's my advice. Don't treat your erection like a finish line to reach as fast as possible. Treat it like an engine that needs a gentle warm-up. Give yourself time to breathe, to touch, to connect. Let your body stay in that calm, aroused state. And once you learn to avoid this mistake, the next step is to strengthen the foundation of your erections every single day. There are simple habits you can add into your routine that make your vagus nerve stronger and your performance more reliable. Let me show you what those daily habits look like. 6. Daily habits that supercharge the vagus nerve. Gentlemen, I want to be very clear. The breathing exercise and ear massage are powerful, but if you truly want lasting results, you need to give your body a foundation to stand on. Think of it like building a house. The vagus nerve is the electrical wiring, but without a strong frame and solid walls, the current can't do its job properly. That frame is built through the habits you choose every single day. One of the most important is strength training. Just 2 sessions a week, lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even body weight exercises, can boost testosterone and keep your muscles active. I've watched men who thought they were too old walk into a gym, pick up light weights, and within months feel stronger not only in their bodies but in their erections. The second habit is cardio. Walking, swimming, rowing. These activities increase nitric oxide, the very molecule that opens blood vessels. 3 times a week is enough to make a dramatic difference in your circulation. Then there's sleep. It may sound simple, but 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep restores your hormones and rebalances your nervous system. Without it, no trick in the world will fully work. And we cannot ignore stress. For decades, many of you have carried the weight of work, family, and responsibility. Setting boundaries, learning to say no, and giving yourself permission to slow down can be life-changing. Finally, consistency is key. Even just 5 intentional breaths in the morning and 5 at night remind your vagus nerve that it's safe, that it can stay active, and that your body can perform. I've seen these habits transform men who once thought their intimate lives were over. They discovered that change didn't come from a bottle, but from small daily choices that built them back up. And when you put these habits into place, something else happens. you start to realize you are not alone in this journey. Which brings me to the final and perhaps most important message I want to share with you. 7. You are not alone, and your best days are ahead. Over the years, I've spoken with countless men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who came into my office with their heads down. They told me they felt embarrassed, isolated, and convinced their best days of intimacy were behind them. I could see the pain in their eyes, the weight of disappointment they carried, and I understood it, because I've been in that place myself. There is nothing that strikes deeper at a man's confidence than feeling he can no longer perform in the bedroom. But here's what I always tell them: you are not broken, and you are certainly not alone. Millions of men across this country struggle with the very same thing. The difference is that some stay silent and live with frustration, while others learn the truth, that their body still has the ability to perform once they activate the right pathways. When my patients begin using the vagus nerve techniques, combining them with simple daily habits, I watch their confidence return piece by piece. One man in his late 60s hugged me after an appointment and said, "Doctor, I thought that part of my life was gone forever, but now I feel like myself again." Those moments remind me why I do this work. I want you to hear this clearly. Your age does not define your ability to enjoy intimacy, connection, and pleasure. Your best days are not behind you. They are waiting for you, and you can reclaim them by taking these steps one at a time. Whether it's through breathwork, ear massage, or the small daily habits we've discussed, each action sends a signal to your body that it is safe to perform again. And this brings us to the closing message I need you to hear most of all, because it ties everything together, the truth about how one simple decision tonight could change the rest of your story. Conclusion. Gentlemen, we've covered a journey that I know hits close to home for so many of you. We began by uncovering the real reason erections fade after 60. Not because you are too old, but because your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode for far too long. We talked about the vagus nerve, your hidden erection nerve, and how powerful it is when awakened. You learned the 60-second breathing trick that flips your body into calm and arousal, the ear massage that discreetly reinforces it, and the importance of slowing down so your body has time to stay in the right state. We also discussed the daily habits, strength training, cardio, sleep, stress management, that build your foundation, and most importantly, we reminded you that you are not alone in this struggle, and your best days are still ahead. I want you to remember this: your body is not broken, and your future is not behind you. Every breath you take with intention, every habit you build, every moment you choose calm over stress, you are reclaiming your strength, your intimacy, and your confidence. Tonight, start with just 60 seconds. Let your hidden erection nerve guide you back to the man you know you are. The choice is yours, and the time is now.